Well, let's go.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home. The Calamity hit the Tazzle terminals hardest of all. You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the Calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting.
I love how this thing basically one-shots small, small enemies.
Well,
Yeah, they all kind of just ran into me.
all of us are waiting for a kid.
I took that guy out really good off
Look
screen.
around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right? But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand. When a kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete.
This is bad. Oh my goodness. I'm like eating point blank explosions from myself.
What happens to Zolf no longer matters.
Okay, just keep it together.
Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right.
Whew. We barely lived that one. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect to get bombarded with 30 enemies.
Problem is, we'll all be gone. But we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop. things will go back to the way they used to be.
Oh, did he just fall? That's funny.
Power of the Bastion.
Ah!
This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity.
We'll just tank him.
The way things were before this story. Good times, right? You follow me?
Okay. Just randomly throwing a new mechanic at me.
Be your old self.
Oh, so I can hop now instead of roll.
Think of all those times that didn't go your way.
Okay. Get that man out of the game.
All of life's little setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at them.
Oh. Oh no.
No mistakes.
I think I just need to bounce at this point.
Anyone you've ever heard.
I love how all this debris that I've had to cut through previously, now I can just hop over.
You could do it over.
It looked like everything was just
Wouldn't that be grand?
crumbling.
Wouldn't you agree? Well, I guess there's nothing more to say. Who am I kidding? Look. There's something else. A confession.
Oh, miss.
How come I know so much about the Bastion? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point. There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it. So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing?
How'd I miss that jump?
The answer is some other way out of this mess. It's alright. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around. The weight of the calamity.
What?
On our shoulders. We can't just let it go.
What is this?
Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking. If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here.
This is kind of ridiculous. Oh, another one.
Heavy, ain't it? Of course, that would mean no going back. Ever. But then again, that way all of us could leave the city. Together. You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you? Zolf and the Ura, all they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Zealandia. You can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency, though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid. Zolf, this ain't a personal matter. It ain't as simple Zolf all the way home.
Game, why do you have to put me in a situation like this? Abandon Zol's body and press on with the battering ram. Or abandon the battering ram and pick up Zol's body instead.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright. You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
I set my sail, fly, the wind it will take me back to my home, sweet home. Lie on my back, clouds are making way for me. Coming home, sweet home. I see your star, you left it burning for me. Mother, I'm here. Eyes open wide, feel your heart and its glow.
Kid's probably dealt with Zolf by now.
I'm welcome home.
It reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days? Hey, kid. Get up, kid. Come on, that ain't funny. I say get up. That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see. Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. Hey, kid. You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you. Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore. Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him. You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it. Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now.
You made it. So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes. could be any place I wanted. I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world. Zolf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed. When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up. Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before.
I hate this. The game put me in a spot and I have to make a decision. It's either restore or evacuate. But the problem is, I think the correct decision is to evacuate. Because if we restore, the calamity could just happen again. But if we evacuate,
Oh, mother. And here I figured you'd had enough of me by now. You could have undone the calamity itself. But instead, you want to stay in a world like this. I gotta admit, kid, I ain't yet put much thought in that idea. But carrying on with you here, we can't go back no more. But I suppose we could go wherever we please. And if anyone's left out there, I sure would like to see the look on their faces when we dock this thing right on that doorstep. Getting ahead of myself, though. I'm gonna need a first mate. What do you say?
I set myself fly, the wind it will take me back to my home, sweet home.
this song is sweet. Oh my goodness. But God, I know I didn't do a lot of talking during this game, but that's mostly because this game talked a lot. So I tried to talk every so often in the silences, but I didn't feel like it was right to talk over the game. When this game actually has a lot of charm and is really fun on its own. But that being said, first off, this song is really good. I'm like impressed by how good this song is. So this is my first playthrough of Bastion, and what, it took me only about 5 hours to beat this game? This game's really good. I'm actually very impressed by this game. Although, I'm curious as to what the other endings possible were. Because, personally, I think in terms of either saving Zolf or not saving Zolf, it's a no-brainer in terms of saving Zolf as the decision. However, I think in terms of restoring the world or evacuating, my thought is, because the narrator, I cannot remember his name right now, he even says himself, the calamity could happen again. There's no way to say that it won't happen again. And the issue is, if the calamity happens again, are we just going to get into the loop of restoring the world over and over again? And I think that an endless loop of just restoring the world is bad, but forging forward and making your own world, creating a new life, is the better decision. That's my opinion. I don't know. If you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. But that's just the thought that I put into it. But at the end, this is a really good game. I actually really like this game's controls. They're very tight. They're very sweet. And I'm glad I finally was able to just sit down and play through this game. This game is short, but it's a fun short. So I want to do something more with this game. So because this game is short, I want to do a little bit of research into something. So we might not be done with Bastion just yet. And by not done with it just yet, I might want to do like one extra video about this game. I know this game has like stuff that you can 100%, it has extra little things you can do, but I'm not one to just dive straight into a game and try to 100% it. Although I might go back and do that at some other time. This game is really sweet. But right now I'm not in the mood to completionist this game yet. I just wanted to play through the game and the story, and honestly the controls of this game were fun. I actually like the way the controls feel. You have a lot of leeway with what weapons you choose, since you can upgrade your weapons and you can build your playstyle of what you want as your two weapons. And I liked it a lot. Lots of really cool ranged weapons, lots of really cool melee weapons. This game is sweet. I think the developers of this game did a very damn good job. But that being said, yeah, next time we're going to take a look and see what other little projects we can do. So we're going to do a little bit more stuff with Bastion, and then after that we're going to be jumping into another new game. I kind of want to sit through the credits here, because if people took the time to sit here and make this well-crafted game, and I took the time to sit here and play through it, I feel like I should take the time to sit here and sit through the credits. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but it's the first time through the game. If it was like my second or third or fourth time, I'd skip the credits, but I want the credits here. I want them in the video. Yeah. This game's music was all very fun. Although, I'd have to listen through some of the tracks a bit more. But I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed this a lot. This is fun. This is enjoyable. I like the story that it had going on, where there was the Great Calamity. We're trying to restore the Bastion. We have one of our allies turn on us. And then it's like, was the ally truly in the wrong? Or was he justified in his feelings? God, this game is old. But this is a sweet game. I actually didn't even realize this game came out when I graduated high school? Really? It's that old? Oh my. I didn't think it was that old. I thought this game was like 2014 or 15. Alright, anything else? New Game Plus mode is unlocked. Looking for a new game look for New Game Plus in Story menu. Begin the game with all your weapons and EXP. New shrine idols and distillery spirits added. All Bastion structures buildable in any order. Use the shrine for the toughest challenge. Well, I guess that's it for now. So, for now, I'll see you guys next time when we do a little bit more Bastion. See you guys then.